filling up. The escalators would have been full of people coming into work. The restaurant at the top, people might have been having breakfast there, and it's impossible to imagine just what's going on in there at the moment.
Well, I think we can look again at that second crash, and there we see the plane advancing towards the building. Here it is in slow motion. And there is that explosion. Now that looked pretty deliberate to me, David.
Well, it did. It certainly did. It's difficult to say what that plane was. It wasn't a large passenger plane. It looked like the small sort of executive jet which you can charter pretty easily from American airports, and therefore the kind of thing that's flying in the air over New York all the time. I mean, it's impossible to imagine terrorists having unauthorized flights over a city like New York City, but they might well have got permission to fly over. There's all sorts of planes that fly over at all times, and have got permission to fly these two planes and then flown them straight into the towers. That is pure speculation, but it does, from that second plane, look as if that might have been one of the possibilities.
Because the first plane was a small twin-engine plane, we understand. That was the plane that crashed into the North Tower, 20 stories down. It's a 110-story building, the North Tower, and shortly before 2 o'clock our time, shortly before 9 o'clock a.m., 9 a.m. United States time, in other words, just a few moments ago.
That's what we've done on many occasions, certainly with electricians and engineers, and I don't see why that can't be extended to other staff within the health service, within education.
Has Tony Blair played this badly in terms of its presentation, or?
Well, I think so, because we, as you know, had a dinner with him some weeks ago, and he made it quite...
February 1993.
Well, they were struck in an attack by a group of men who, most of them of Pakistani origin, but in a bomb attack which was certainly planned by Osama bin Laden, the Saudi Arabian terrorist.
The ITV News Studio.
Good afternoon. News is breaking in the United States of two planes crashing into the World Trade Center in New York. Pictures just in showed the building already on fire, with smoke billowing from the upper floors. Then a flames hit the building, nor so far of any deaths or injuries. These pictures were shot just a few moments ago. Here they are now in New York. Two planes have crashed into the World Trade Center. Let's now go to our newsroom. Helen Wright should be there with the precautions in operation, but nothing that would prepare the World Trade Center for being hit by two planes. It is, of course, around about 7 a.m. in the morning in New York. The center is situated in the Battery Park area of New York. We can see the plumes of smoke billowing there. We can only imagine the chaos that is ensuing within the World Trade Center right now.